First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Marquise Blair.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brings up second and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Quick throw complete out to Isabella. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. To 18. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Derrick Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. On play action, now Brady. Being chased out left. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He was driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down throw, Stafford, screen play, Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Stafford completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Lions 3.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
On the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate when he throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Stafford now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
1st down, Brady. Steps away to his left. He's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Brady. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Washington 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Stafford on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
This one caught by Isabella. He's got it out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
39-yard line.
Now a play fake. Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds Howard complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On play action, it's Brady. His throw caught around the 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Lions 24, Washington 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, really just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it'll move the chains. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 29, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Johnson on the counter. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. Force a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide right for Gold, and this score will stay right where it is.
You know that they were thinking 2nd half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now. and they're 3 scores down.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards the pickup there.
For the Lions.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brady to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run it again with Henry. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Yeah, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, they've got his man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, uh-oh. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They begin with Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, now Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down.
39-yard line.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On first down, Stafford here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And the Washington first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And it's third down.
To the air again, Stafford.
And Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
A.J. Bouye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long